Crafty, but is it really? Yeah, her name is Crafty. Yeah, girl, let's see here. CraftyRia, yeah, CraftyRia. I said Crafty makes all sorts of stuff. I said CraftyRia, she's tough and cool. CraftyRia, yeah, CraftyRia. I said Crafty makes all sorts of stuff. I said, yeah, CraftyRia, she's tough and cool. Yeah. Ever since she was a little girl, she said, I like to make things with my hands. I like to make some art that I can put up on a wall, or maybe put it in the mail, and maybe someday someone will get it, you know. Yeah, you know I like to make myself some Christmas cards. Yeah, I like to make all types of stuff. I like to take little scraps of paper. I like to put them all together real cool. Yeah, don't you know that it's fun? I like to do it. Yeah, yeah, say CraftyRia. That's the name. Yeah, CraftyRia. Say it now. Makes all sorts of stuff. She does now. CraftyRia, she's tough and cool. Yeah. You know, she streams on YouTube. It's true. You just gotta put a name right in there, hit subscribe. You should. Yeah. And all you ever see are both her hands, you know. Makes me kind of suspicious, you know. That's all I'm saying. You know, maybe she's not a human being. I mean, it's possible. We got all types of things in the chat. You know, we got cows, we got chickens, we got people who supposedly have faces. We got all types of people here too. Yeah. You know, maybe she's some kind of creature. Maybe she's got tentacles. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she's got tentacles and she's got hands, animatronic human hands on the ends of two sticks, and she just puts those in front of the camera and does all the crafts, which would make it even more impressive than it already is. You know, just the dexterity involved in such a thing. You know, it would be ridiculous, you know. Yeah. Don't you know her name is CraftyRia? I figured out a secret. She's an octopus. I said she's an octopus, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. Stuff I said. Yes. CraftyRia, she's tough and cool. You know, I figured out a secret. I always wondered how she could make all her crafts so fast. Turns out she's got 8 tentacles. She can make 3, 4 different crafts at one time. She could be making a Christmas card over here. She could be unboxing like BB crafts and flamingo diamond paintings and sealing wax embellishments with the others. You know, she could do all types of stuff, man. You know, all at once. You know, she could split her octopus brain into all types of different...
Hello everybody, it's CraftyRia. Welcome to another video. Today is Monday, May the 4th. It is Star Wars Day, so may the 4th be with you. And also with you if you're Catholic. And welcome in Susan, Ange, Destilou. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Everybody else who's hanging out, lurking, or whatever, welcome in. Happy to see you all. And let's see. How's everybody? How's the weather? What's going on? It's hot here today. Well, warm here today. Compared to how it was the last couple of days, it was really cold. And it was in the 50s and 60s. And now today it is 71. So it's warm. Just when our Florida family leaves to go home, it gets warm. When they were here, they were freezing. All right, today we're going to do a Mad Lib out of this book. If someone would like to be the volunteer to pick the words, please type volunteer in the chat. I will call out for the type of word we need, and the volunteer will pick the one or however many we need that would go in the story. And everyone can participate by putting words into the chat. Today we are going to make an origami Christmas tree card. And my niece Emma was here and we made this card together, and it was on my desk, and I have some spare pieces, so I thought we'd start by making one. So this is the card that we're going to be making today, or something like this. I use 2 different types of patterned paper. You can use anything you like. 1 type, 2 types, or 4. Does not matter. Whatever makes you happy. All right. We'll go ahead and get started with the Mad Lib. And the first word we need, let's start with 3 nouns. All right, start with 3 nouns. Yes, Ange? You're like, Ria. Ria what? Oh. I don't know why Bob and Taco didn't work. Let me try them again and see. Sometimes it takes a while for Stream Elements to join in a YouTube. There we go. Mad Lib. All right, so we need 3 nouns. And there are 3 regular nouns. We'll need more nouns later. So you're going to start with 4 squares of paper. All right, Ange, I appreciate it very much. And if you need to stop, just let us know, and then I will take over. Okay, so I have these 4. I alternated designs, and these were measured in centimeters on the website that I got the instructions from. So let me tell you what they are. The biggest one is 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters, or I'll say 3 3/4 inch or 4 inch, anywhere around that size, and it would be square. So 10 centimeters, 8 centimeters, or 3 1/4 or 3, whatever you wish. 6 centimeters, and then 4 centimeters. They come out really nice in the centimeter sizes. So 10, 8, 6, 4. You didn't miss anything. I'm making an origami Christmas card, and we need 4 pieces of pattern paper, thinner paper, not really thick cardstock, 10 centimeter square, 8, 6, and 4. And this is what the card's going to look like when we are done. And then a scrap of something to use as a tree trunk, not important, and some sort of a star or anything you want to put on the top of the tree. I happen to have some of these red glitter stars, so that is perfect. All right, so I know, I can't believe the dog bites are not very much fun. All right, so you're going to start with the largest square, and you're going to do the basic fold. You're going to fold it in half. I'm going to get my bone folder. Let's turn this around, put it back. Okay, just to make the folds nice and good. And then open it up and then fold it in half again. And then, so you have it folded like an X, and now you're going to fold it corner to corner or diagonally in both directions. Many origami things start off like this. I did a Christmas ornament, I think, with this same fold, or pretty close, and there is a video. I'm going to fold all 4 of them. And what was really funny is Emma found the Christmas ornament, and she said, we could make these. And I said, I don't remember how to do that. She says, well, you have a video about it. She remembered that I had a video. I did not remember. But I found instructions for this for a card and thought it would be fun to do. So we do need nouns. So if you'd like to put a noun in the chat or 3 nouns, feel free to do so. Feel free. They're hard. I noticed they're harder to fold the smaller the paper gets. So start with the big one for your practice and work down to the little ones. I will say we had company from Florida here with the little niece and nephew, Emma and Liam. They're not so little anymore. They're 9 and 11. And Ripley loved them. She was very good with the kids. She keeps looking out the front window expecting them to come over. She wants them to come back. And of course, I like to use the bone folder to make the creases really nice. All right, so we have the 4 pieces folded crossways and also folded diagonally. So then you're going to take this one here and you're going to invert these folds. You're going to bring the 2, yes, fold it in half this way and this way, and then fold it diagonally this way and diagonally that way. Welcome in, Anne. We're doing some origami. It is a Christmas tree. You need 4 pieces of pattern paper, 10 centimeters, 8 centimeters, 6 and 4 square. And then you're going to fold them in all directions, all 4 of them. So that way, diagonally, diagonally. So then to make the shape, we're going to make this shape. You're going to take the 2 diagonal sides and fold it like that. So then that piece will be in the middle, and then the same way with this. Bring that in. So you're going to have a triangle like that. And I'm going to push it down just to make sure all of the stuff. Yeah, we do need 3 nouns. And you can have the lines go in any direction you want. In this one here, my lines were going horizontally, but now I'm doing them vertically. It's just how it ended up working out. And let's see, I'll make the lights go up and down. Okay, so then you're going to take the two corners and bring them together, and then my lights are going to be facing downwards. So that's what I will do with this one. So then you'll end up with 4 triangles. Which way do I want my lines to go? I'll make these go horizontally. Sometimes you have to fold your paper a couple extra times to get it to do what you want it to do. There, so we have one horizontally and one vertically. Let's do it that way. When I was doing it earlier, I had Emma and I wasn't paying attention to the direction of my stuff. And then this one here, I'll have the lights going the same way as the other lights. All right, so you have your 4 pieces and they are now triangles. And then you're going to take a piece of the triangle. Oh, I see what is going to happen. I'm going to switch this around. I'm going to make this go in this direction because I'm going to make this horizontal, because when I fold this down, the lines you're going to see are vertical. So then you're going to take this top flap and fold it even with that center line. You were bitten by Destalusa. She was bitten by a colleague's dog once. I stopped at her house early one morning because she was carpooling to an out-of-town meeting. Instead of inviting me in, she made me stand on the porch with the dog. And oh no, Destalu, that's terrible. Hello, Diero. I wonder why YouTube is being bad. And then that piece folds like that. Oh, I kind of like the way this looks, rather than horizontally. So we have that. I'm going to have to switch this one around too then. Not those two. Yeah, so, all right. So it looks like they are facing sideways, but when I fold it in, they're going to be facing that way. Let's do it this way. Have them face up. No, they hang on a tree down. Have them face down. Okay. It usually always gives me a 30-minute heads up. And then the going live notification today. Oh, that's crazy. Welcome in, Christine. If you don't want to be confused about the direction of your paper, don't worry about it, or just use non-directional paper. Okay, there we go. So we have 2 pieces. And then this one here, so we have our triangle. I'm going to fold it back out. So we have it folded this way. This is for Ange. And this way, and this way. And you crease all of those folds. Then you take 2 of the corners and fold them in like that. And fold it in like that to make a triangle. And so this is what you have here. That's what your piece looks like. Then you take this top flap and you line up the side of it with the center fold there. And then the other side, you line it up to match. And that's what you have. Once you do it, it'll be, I think it'll be easy. And then the last little tiny one, I'm going to reverse it. You make your fold. You have a fold like this, fold like this, and then your 2 diagonal folds. So you have folds in all 4 directions. You bring 2 of the corners together on each side, and that's how you make your little triangle. Then you take, it's harder on the smaller pieces, you take one of these and you fold it over so that fold is straight in line with the center fold. Welcome in, Michelle. And then you reverse it and you do the other side. We're making an origami Christmas tree. There, so there's your 4 pieces that will go together to make the tree. Then you need a tree trunk. I happen to have a piece of scrap paper, and I'm just going to cut a rectangle, and then I'm just going to kind of go in a little bit to kind of make it look like a tree trunk, and it's not perfect, but that's okay. Oh no, your Mother's Day cards are not finished. Oh no. I have some girly stuff that we can do later. So I have a red card base, and I'm going to just start by sticking the tree trunk to the bottom. And I'm going to use this tape runner. Oh, at least they're done. And I'm just going to eyeball that that is in the center. Now you can fancy fold something and, you know, do it however you want. But I just cut out a flat piece. Now with these here, you could technically put them together by putting one piece inside the other and put another piece inside the other, you know, that way. But I found it easier just to stick them down. And I'm not gluing these pieces down. I'm only going to put tape on the back triangle. You're not going, I'm going to do PJs and then getting to work. All right. PJs are the best to craft in, by the way. And then I'm just going to stick that one down and then take the next smaller one. And again, I'm not putting glue on that part there. I'm only putting it on the triangle, the very back triangle. Glue or tape or whatever it is that you like. And then you stick that one down. And they will not lay flat, but that is the part of it that I like. Work beat you up today. Oh no. There, and then this one here on the top. And then it will stay a little bit three-dimensional but it will lay flat in your envelope. But then when whoever gets it and opens it, it will have a little bit of three-dimensional stuff to it. Then, where did my star go? Here it is. Here's my star, and I'm going to put the star on the top. Thank you, Michelle. Apparently, I have an old video that shows a Christmas ornament that I made using pretty much the same pattern, but you run some string up through it. And I think you put a bead in between each one of them. So there we go. And I used just a silver, a metallic silver marker to make the snowflakes. Let me go grab my marker. Okay, I have these Ohuhu glitter markers, which I love. And the silver one worked really well. Sometimes you have to prime them. There we go. You might. I have the I think I have it where I can go get the Christmas ornament, and I'll show you. Emma remembered it. Make some big, some little, all different size dots. You can use whatever you want. If you have snowflakes, bling, metallic markers, or just patterned paper. There. So some of the snowflakes are larger, some are smaller, and it looks a little dark, but they'll dry really light like that. Let me see, where is I do not know where it is. I don't know where the ornament is. Where did Emma put it? That is the question. I don't know. I don't see it. It's not where it was when Emma found it anyway. You need ideas for lunch. A lunch you bring or lunch you buy? I wonder where it is. Oh, I see it. I found it. This is a little bit different. I just realized because this has two pieces folded. This only has one, but it has the same on both sides. And it has this folded star at the top. So this is very similar, but this was a video in the past that I have made. According to Emma, there is a video. You can't get anything past Emma. She knows everything. She is too smart. But anyway, there we go. You finished up tuna salad yesterday for lunch. It was yummy. Today you ate peanut butter and jelly. You know, peanut butter and jelly is my favorite sandwich. Just saying. And oh, I love Popeye's chicken as well. Emma is my niece. She is 9 years old. She was here from Florida visiting her and her big brother Liam, who is 12. And they were here having a blast. Uncrustables are like an emergency snack that are great to have at all times. So Emma wanted to craft. And one of the things we did Liam, well, he's 11. He'll be 12 this summer. So I shouldn't say that he's 12. And Emma's 9. Uncrustables are great, especially if you're tired. Don't stress over lunch. All right, so you guys remember this card that I have been agonizing over? 11 and a half, that's right. 11 and a half. This card that I have been agonizing over. I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I know what I'm going to do. Any other nouns, or should we skip the Mad Libs since we don't have a lot of... Oh, Ange got them. Orange cat, we got them. Floppy hat and bureau. All right. Are we sending it to Sue? Oh, Sue. I don't know a Sue. Noun, let's see. Orange cat. Orange cat, floppy hat, they rhyme. Floppy hat. Bureau. I'll do bureau as single because we're going to need a lot of plurals later. All right. Now we need... Let's do two, three, four, 6 adjectives. Our crafty friend Susan. Oh, duh, Susan. See, I know a Susan, not a Sue. But I have an idea. Susan's really going to hate me because let me tell you, I didn't send her rickrack, and then I said I don't know anybody by her name or anything like that. Terrible. I am a terrible person. Okay, so I cut these out with my die cutter because my circle punch was not big enough. And we'll put them there. And then I thought, now we could do Sue. If Susan goes by Sue or Ange, A-N-G. Oh, we could do either one. But I thought I would make a flame, a candle flame to go in the center. I could cut it out of this, since these are actually candles, and then we can send it to anybody. I have 2 pieces of this, and then I have a little bit of this as well that I could maybe make a double-edged flame. Nope, Susan. Okay, so I was not wrong. Whew. See, I know her as Susan. I don't want to get in trouble by calling her the wrong thing. So I think I'll do the flames, and then we could send this card to anybody. So first what I need to do is trim up this messy side. I'm just going to take a little bit off of this. Michelle's always in trouble. Oh, I need to take more. That side is sloppy, but I have to take it from this side so I can make it even. Come on. There. Okay, good. That's better. And I'm going to round these edges a little bit more. just with my scissors. I want to make sure this isn't going to accidentally open. Nope, because I'm going to keep this on the inside because I have an idea. First, let me get to my scissors. And I'm just going to round this a little bit. A corner punch won't work on that because it's not an actual square corner. Thank you, Ange. I haven't added to the deals, crafty deals and steals much lately, but I will get back on that because I've been busy visiting with family. I also added a few things to my eBay today, my eBay store, eBay shop, and I'm going to be adding more. I have a ton of duplicate Echo Park paper packs, and I'm going to be putting 1 million up there. Okay, so we have that. I think that looks really cute. And then I'm going to decide what size. I think a big one of the bigger ones for the large one. Okay, that's a good one. That might be too big. No, I think it'll be okay, although it might be big. Let me try, let me see, a little bit smaller, this one. Yeah, that's a good size right there for the larger one. And the other two are pretty small. I think this, I printed it in just 1 million different sizes because I wasn't sure. It's hard to tell on a computer screen how big they're going to be when you cut them out. And then 2 of those. Okay, we'll do that for now. Let's see, I've got this bigger piece here. Yep. And I don't have repositionable tape other than my blue painter's tape. A repositionable tape runner would really come in handy because then I could just stick this to the back. But I'm just gonna fold that over and I'm just gonna stick this down here, and it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just gonna cut it out. I need to check out her sheet loads. Okay, so there we have, that's how, kind of how that's going to look. I think that's kind of cool. And let's see if I can take this off without tearing the orange paper. There. We can take it off without tearing the orange paper. Then I wonder if I know what I could do. Where's the little piece? I could fold the little piece in half. I'll fold it like this so they'll both be facing opposite directions but that's fine. And I could tape this down, and then the tape, I know. Oh, I'm so smart. Since the paper that it's on is bigger than the design, it'll just come right off. Why didn't I think of that the first time? Okay, then I'm just going to cut this one out. So we need a whole bunch of adjectives. If you guys want to put some in the chat. There. My pattern comes off, and then I have these two. Excellent. So let me adhere this down. Let me move some stuff out of the way. You have enough? Okay. We'll do a last call. Let's do just a quick last call for adjectives. If anybody else didn't get one in, stick one in real fast, and then Ange will pick them. There. All right. I think this is pretty cool. I hope it ends up looking okay. That, and that. I think that's pretty neat. I like it a lot. Let me get my little tiny tape runner. I've got a really little tape runner. I don't know if there's any tape left on it. Let's give this little guy a try. This card has been bugging me for a while. I was never sure what I would do. This adhesive is blue, and now it's on the floor. Hold on. Of course it fell adhesive side down, and it was really hard to pick up. Okay. I can find things on my floor now. There's even dog hair. I'm going to make a little bit of a space between the candle and the flame because I want to make a little wick. I think I'll just use a Sharpie and draw a wick. Oh no, that's too big. Where's my little guy? Here's. Because if I cut out a little piece of something to make a wick, there's really no way to stick it on there. But a Sharpie should color right over that foil. There. I kind of like that. I don't think it needs the other yellow in the middle. I think we will just leave that, leave it be. I'm going to trim up my scrap piece of paper before I put it away so it's nice and square for the next time I use it. Or rectangle, I should say. I don't know. Okay, there. I hate wonky pieces. I was actually looking for a die cut of a flame, but then I went and I Googled searched flame clip art and found this and stuck it on a piece of paper in Google Docs and just resized it to a whole bunch of little sizes. And that worked out fine. All right, we have some adjectives here. Let me get them. Droopy, ornery, salty, volatile, dynamic, and piggy. Droopy. Salty or ornery. Salty. Volatile. If I could write correctly, dynamic. Piggy. Okay, now we need, let's do an article of clothing, plural. I was going to say article of clothing. I can't talk. Article of clothing. Plural article of clothing. All right. I think I'm going to get a piece. I'm going to move this up a little bit to cover that M. That M is so big. Oops, I have to have it. The M is very large. Let me take this off. And that way I can put the circle on and put that back on. There. And I don't have to worry about lining that up. At the very end, don't let me forget to draw the wicks. Okay, I think I'm going to use a piece of beige paper to make the back, or maybe pink. There really is no beige on the inside. I might not have that same pink though. Let me see. Let me check. I think I'll go for beige. I have a better chance of matching beige than I do pink. Here is just a part of my stack. This one is probably going to be good. That is a good match. This is just part of my stack of, this drawer has gray, brown, and beige, and I just kind of mix them all together. That's about half thick from my drawer. Okay, now let me do my thing here. Let's get rid of this. My flames, put my flames over there on my desk. I have so much stuff. What am I doing? I have too many things. Okay. Let me put these things away. Compression top. Remember do you guys remember the halters that we used to wear, like back in the 70s, that were like stretchy fabric? They were just a tube tops. Is that what they were called? Halters tied behind your neck, so that was different. But the tube tops that were just like a stretchy ring of fabric. I mean, how stupid were we? I think that was so silly. All right, this card is about 5.5 inches wide. So I'm going to cut this sheet of paper to 6 inches. No, but that doesn't go up to 6 inches. But my trusty other one does. Hold on, here we go. I know. I used to wear those when I would get sunburned really bad and couldn't wear a bra. Or sometimes I would wear them underneath my shirt if I didn't want to wear a bra, like around the house. I have great sports bras that I wear. They are fantastic. I can send you an Amazon link. They feel like a t-shirt underneath your shirt. Love them. I'm going to score this at a 1/2 inch. I'm going to score it over this way. It's 6. So I'm going to score it down to 5.5. Just because it's easier than trying to hold it and score it over there. Yeah, more room. They were great for going free. Yes. They had the dresses that had that tube top at the top and then like a skirt at the bottom and a little tie to go around your neck. I'm sure you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. That would be my sunburn outfit. I don't know what they were called, the dresses. And what I am going to do with this card, I'm going to go this way on the back and take my pencil, because surely I have a pencil. Yeah, maybe. I don't remember, Desta. I don't know why I don't remember. So Liam was here and he asked me for a pencil, and I says, oh my gosh, I don't know if I have a pencil. And he looks at me and I could just hear it in his voice that his hand was on his hip, if you know what I mean. Surely you have a pencil. And I'm just going to trace this piece in here. Like that. And then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut along that. I really only wear sports bras. I really only wear sports bras all the time out because your arm is messed up enough. No, they're not very supportive. But they're comfortable. I don't wear them out. I only wear them around the house. It's part of my pajama outfit. So then I'm going to take this. Yep, and that works. Hold it up against there and you cannot see it. But I do need to erase this. So let me go get my really good eraser. Please be where I want you to be, eraser. Where's my eraser? Oh man. I clean up in here and I don't know where anything is. I see my second favorite eraser. We'll use this. It's not my favorite eraser, but it'll work. This is a mono eraser. It's good for erasing pen because it has the one side that's sandy. The one I like is like this. It's a white eraser and it's rectangle. And I have a 3-pack of them and I put them somewhere. I put them away when I cleaned my craft room and I don't know where it is. Okay, so we have this, and when this opens, it's going to be like that. That'll be fine. There was a store called Dots. I remember Dots. It's a clothing store. I bought, oh my goodness, I had an amazing black velvet coat really long. It went down like to my knees. Like it looked like a cardigan, but it was a coat. Oh, I loved that thing. And I only paid probably $10 for it or something like that. Oh, I loved dots. You could buy lots of really, really cool clothes. I bought a velvet top that was beaded all across the top. It had long flared sleeves. I wore it with dress pants to a Christmas party. I loved that. They are the best erasers. Those, I don't know where they are. I put them away. I put them somewhere safe. Mono is good, but the other white ones are the best. Pentel, I think, makes them. I can't remember for sure. They have blue and white packaging. They did, Anne. We had one at the south end of Columbus, and I used to stop on my way home from work a lot. And, oh, loved it. I think I have one. I have a little drawer caddy thing over here, but my microphone boom is in the way. I'm going to have to find a better space for that. I can't reach it. That's where I usually keep it. Whoops. See, then if I bump my whole camera. So I'm not going to go into it now, but yeah, they're really cool. Alrighty, and then I'm going to trim off this excess piece. Here, I'm just going to put it in like this. Oh yeah, you know, down at the bottom of the thing, cutting it off really thick is not going to work. My scissors will finish it. There we go. There we go. So we have that, and now I need to put something decorative here. Let me get my rolly cart. What do I have in my rolly cart that I could put there? It's pink and brown. I'm looking at my glittery ribbons. I might be able to do this gold. I have this gold. The pink's going to be too bright. No, it's not. I think the pink will be okay. I think the pink will be all right. Let me see what else. I don't think anything that's going to match it quite so good in here. I don't know. It is a little bright. I have white. This is glitter ribbon. I don't like the white. What if I do this blue? Yeah, let's go with that blue. Let's do the blue. To cover up that piece. Now, if this edge would have come apart, I would have tucked it inside, but it did not come apart. You have give it to me, Ange. Bring it here. Pink and brown would be great. Liam would say, you certainly should have some brown or pink. He couldn't believe that I didn't think I had a pencil. Certainly you have a pencil. And then this piece here, I'm going to have to, I'm going to carefully cut with this, but not press too hard. There we go. That worked out well. I did a good job there. I might make that less pointy, kind of round it a little bit more. There. That's perfect. Oh, the word is up. The word is up. The word is up. Belt buckles. Okay. All right. I like how we end up talking about retro clothing, tube tops, dresses. Maybe tube tops will come back. They were really, really neat and stretchy. Comfortable because they didn't go over your shoulder. All right, let's do the next big thing. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plural nouns. And I will put belt buckles. Okay. Let me get my little bit of a Sharpie marker, and I'm just going to, yep, that works. There. There we go. Sharpie to the rescue. Sharpies are permanent ink, alcohol ink, and they will write on shiny surfaces like that and then dry. So there we have a birthday card. And we could put a sentiment there. This cardstock is not very thick. However, the front of the card is super thick, so it'll help with the weight. And I'm going to cut this down, get it out of my way. I might leave that flap there in case I need it on another card. You know, because sometimes I do. Tube tops. There you go. It is funny. We always talk about crazy things. This over here. I have a growing pile on my desk now. Let's put that with that. I am so happy to be done with this card. I don't think I need to do anything else to it since it has a lot. Oh, excellent, Anne. Excellent. I hope you have a wonderful time. Let's move all of this stuff out of the way. So I found some doodads. As many of you know, I've been redoing my craft room. And as I'm finding things that I want to craft with, I'm pulling them apart, setting them out. Although, you know, it would be everything. I just am picking out a few things at a time. Really lately, I've just been going through paper. And I mean like million. I went through all of my Echo Park. I think I have a few more, but they're somewhere. I don't know where they are. In one of the boxes of stuff that I have sorted. So, but for the most part, I went through all the paper. And now I need to go through the closet and get that organized, and then I can start unpacking the boxes. Thank you, Michelle. I have this. This is really cute. This is really cute. I think this could be the front of the card. Or maybe this, if I cut it to here. Flip-flops make your toes feel like they're on vacation. I don't know. Maybe fussy cut around there. This is another one I've been looking at for a long time. And then have this on the inside of the card. Have this on the front. But then I don't know what to do with this. I could make two cards. This is the front of the card. That's the inside. This is a different card. I don't know. I have to think about this one for a while. I've been looking at this for a very long time. But I also have this. Hurry back. I need a hug. I think Ripley should send this to Emma. But I want to do something fun with the front. Yeah, make two. How much time did that take? It didn't take very long. Do it, cut it. This here, do this. Fussy cut this. I could fussy cut that, but then I don't know what I would do as a background. And I like flip-flops make your toes feel like they're on vacation. All right, let me fussy cut. Let me get my little scissors. My cutter bees. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to fussy cut this. I'm going to first get rid of the extra paper so it's not in my way. And I'm going to leave a little border around. A little white border. Fun Echo Park. I have some beach themed stuff too. I have a bunch of beach paper I found. So maybe something like that. I don't have any paper with flip-flops. But I do have flip-flop embellishments if I think about it. Ooh. Welcome in, Pedro. You're here for it. This is fussy cutting. It's just cutting close to the edge of an image. And we call that fussy cutting. I don't know who coined that term or when or where, but that's what all the crafters call it, or at least everybody I've heard. Starbursts or sunshine. Yeah, something like that. Let me see. Ooh, I have sunshine paper. I do. I mean, believe it or not, I have paper. This one here, I could just cut as a rectangle. There, and that I could put on the inside of the card like that. All right, let me get my papers. Hold on. Summertime. Winter, spring, summer. Okay. Mermaid Coast. Don't I have the beach? Yes, I have that. And then I also have, let me get my sunshine paper. glitter prints. Is that where the sun is? No. But that one might work. Clear. Hang on. I'll have to find it. Gold. Okay. Okay. Pedro. All right. I have this paper, which might work. I don't know. No, maybe not. I don't like that. Okay. But I have sunshine, though. Sunshine. All right. I have this here. Sun paper. With all of the suns. But I also have Let the Sun Shine In. Oh, yes. Wasn't that... Oh, who sang that? Let the sun shine. Oh, gosh. I don't want to sing it. I have this, I think it's called Mermaid Coast. It's from Craftsmith, which is the Michaels brand. I got it in a mystery box, but it has beachy themes. I think it was 2 songs in one. Seashells. I have those things. This has shells and it's a gradient. I could cut out a piece kind of like that. Well, that would make the shells sideways. That wouldn't work. I don't like those. I have that shell. No. 5th Dimension. The Ocean Breeze. Now, this is a big piece. I could cut out just a piece of the ocean. I also have ones that just look like water. Then there's this. I don't think any of those are going to work. Then there's this. And says pink, so this one here. There's also this, but the shells are bigger than her feet, which is going to be... There's this water. What if I... Wait, this would be sand this way. Oh, Sunshine by Jonathan Edwards. That song's on my song list. Sunshine Go Away Today. I don't feel much like dancing. That's a good song. I'm not going to sing it here. You have to tune in on Thursday. Now, there is this with like foamy, well, it's not foamy water, but seashells. No, I don't like that either. Ange likes the pink seashells. These, I'm assuming. Okay. Or I like the water too. Let me get my other flip-flops though. I could use the flip-flops there, kind of, maybe. I don't know. The beach and the water. I like the beach and the water. That one I think is my favorite. Where did it go? I should have took it out. I like the beachy water. Where did it go? this one here. And it's only going to be a small piece. I could cut it this way, sort of, because she's sitting on the beach and overlooking the water. And I'm not going to put the other flip-flops on there. I think that might work. He's right. Pedro gets to pick the paper. I kind of like that. Let's go with that. I use a whole 12 by 12 sheet of paper for one little card. Let me get a card base. I don't have any beach paper that's smaller though. Let's see, will this fit? Yeah, see, this will fit nicely on here, and then that's how much is going to show. That'll work. That will work. How wide is this? This is 5 inches wide. I'll get this. I'm going to cut this paper at 5 inches. I already picked the paper, Pedro. Whatever chooses. Whatever Ria chooses. Okay. Let's go with 5 inches here. Crichton says hello. Then, let me see this card base, how far up I want to put this paper. Yeah, Crichton is, he's crazy. I want the water to show. I think that's a good spot, like there. Maybe up a little bit more. Kind of like there. All right. I will stick this on here. I got this paper in a, all right, Ange, I'll get this in 2 seconds. I got this paper in a mystery pack that had been sitting in its box. I just unpacked it last night, sorted them out, and put them in the things. And just counting me down here. I got it on eBay. And I found like coordinating stuff, like all of these, and I'm like, I'm Googling, I'm like, mermaid, da da da, and I'm like, oh, there must be, you know, this craft thing, craftsmith. I thought it looked like the paper from Michael's. Where's my pen? My pen. I love mystery boxes so much. All right, plural nouns, tube tops. Tube tops, hot air balloons, commodes. Oh no. Commodes, dill pickles. Oh, this is going to be good. Dill pickles. Litter boxes. This is great. I'm not going to be able to read this. And gravestones. Oh, this is great. Gravestones. These 5 are perfect, okay? That's okay. You pick 2 toilets, litter boxes, and commodes. That's okay. Then I think the last word we need is an exclamation. All right. This is nice paper from Michaels. I'm going to trim this edge because it's not perfect. There. And let me get my card base. It's got a lot of white around it because that is not super big. So I'm going to go right a little bit above that. I could put this on glitter paper. Yeah, Pedro, pick an exclamation. I don't know. Do you guys like the big white border? Or what if I did a different color? Let's see. I have blue or yellow. I could do it on a yellow border. I could do blue. It does feel airy. I could do blue. I kind of like that blue. I don't like the yellow. I like the blue. I have gray. Let's see what gray looks like. I like either the white or the blue. The blue looks quite good. I don't have another blue. But that blue, I think. Let's do the blue. It gives it a bit of a punch in the back since these colors are so bright. And if I wanted to, I could make a very tiny. What if I did matted this on a very tiny bit of white? It makes it look like a Polaroid. I'm going to mat this on a little bit of white. It doesn't fit that way. With just, I mean, a sliver of white showing. I think that'll be good. I don't usually mat things on white, but here we go. You have 70, so you make 75 cards. You have a lot of staff members. A sheet load is a good way to make 1,000,000 cards. I don't even know if this is white. It's more of a gray. Oh, I know what this is from. This is from the, here's the white. This is a scrap from the beach. Biddy Penny's version as a card topper. All right. Jumpin' Jehoshaphat. You mean, and you don't want to write that down? A bag top. Bag toppers are cool. Jump in. Where did Dustas go? I have to see how to spell it. Jehoshaphat. Okay. Oh, you wrote it down. You wrote it down already. This is the leftover piece from here. It's that part. But it's not really, it has no print on it, so it's okay. All right, let me trim this down a little bit more. A little bit more there. And a little bit more. Okay. All righty. There we go. I like that. I like it. Okay. This here, I will put that right there. They keep piling the... Michelle, you're doing too good of a job. Then you just get more work. Last year, you had a breakfast catered and just made them cards. Individual gifts were too expensive. For $75, that is, it would be expensive. Okay. There is that. Now, what to embellish it with? I could do some stickles along that foamy water. I have an idea for this other card. I think I'm going to use this and maybe put this on the inside. I'm not sure. I have an idea. I wasn't planning on doing this, but here we are. Well, I don't know where my snow pen is, though. I don't. I happen to have some stickles right here, though this is icicle, but I have lace. I like frosted lace better, I think. Frosted lace. Frosted lace is kind of, it's more of a, like a bubbly, it's not very, what do I want to say? Not very glittery, and I think that is really good for foam. And put some here. And I'll put a little bit in the middle here. There we go. That'll just give it a little bit of dimension. I want ice cream. I think, Michelle, we always talk about ice cream. So we have that on there. And I'll put some icicle in the center of some of these flowers. Oh, this doesn't have a thing. Oh, I know. This one here was empty and I was using it with a paintbrush. That's why it was over there. Let me get a different one. Let's go with this one. This one is Twinkle. And let's put this here, a dot there, a dot there, a dot there. In the center of these flowers. Of course, I'm going to stick my fingers in it because you guys know. I think you guys tell me to use stickles just so I will stick my finger in it. This has like a blue flash to it. There we go. Oh, I should make her little ankle bracelet shiny and her flip-flops there. Okay. You did say snow pen. I don't know where my snow pen is. I think I packed it away in one of the boxes. And I will get to it eventually. So anyway, there, we have that. Very cool. Now, I still have, let me put the stickles away. I have a new drawer for my stickles. What did the kids get for ice cream? I love ice cream. Okay, I could throw that piece away. If I were to do another card kind of like this, what if I don't know how many things are going to fit on the front. Let me get a card base. Maybe just flip-flops on the front. That is really a cool thing. So this could go like here. And then flip-flops have to be on this card. This is not going to be. This has to go. Oh, what if I do it this way? Maybe those? I'm not sure. I'm trying to grab the card. This is the last card. I'm trying to figure out a layout for this. Of course, this paper would be on it, but beach blanket would be here, and then the flip-flops would be kind of like that. That wouldn't be bad. And that way I'm not wasting this paper. And then this would be the sentiment on the inside. I kind of like that. Although, will it fit this way? No. So the card is going to have to be, make two different cards. Well, then I won't use these. I'm not going to make one with these. because then I could use just like one of these by itself rather than two. These are big, heavy, thick embellishments. Yeah. I could do that as a front of a card. The flip-flops near the water is maybe not using this. What if I just have that on the inside and then do just the water with flip-flops? For the front of the card and have just the water. I think that would be good. These are super big, heavy, and then I think it's too much to put two on one card. And then I could save the rest. I could do it like this. Yeah, we'll keep it simple. I'll do the same as I did before. Cut off a lot of that blue. Because that's the water, and you get the idea that there's water there. And then we'll make this at 4 1/4. I think I'm going to cover the whole front of the card with this and not have a border. So I'll have it like this. A little bit of that's going to get trimmed off. And then here are the shoes will be there. I like it. I don't know if I want the pink or the green. I think the pink. The pink I think will stand out better. All right. I'm going to put tape on this. I want to go to the beach. Let's plan a beach crafting retreat. I'm not a fan of the beach, though. I don't like the sand. How was I doing this? This way. The beach in the winter would be okay. I sunburn so easy. Actually, I don't mind the beach if it's on a cruise. I have to fix this. I put it on crooked. Beaches are beautiful to look at. Not to get sunburned on, though. And not to get sand all over. I'm not a fan of the sand. Some of the beaches stink in Texas. Ooh, that's not good. Let me add some more of this. We really don't have much beaches in Ohio except like up on Lake Erie and stuff. Okay, let's do the better job of this. There. Okay, that's a better job. Okay, I'm going to trim the bottom and trim this side. Thank you, Ange. I also added some more stuff to my eBay shop, and I will be adding more. All right, what about the pink? And I think the green goes with this other thing if I were to use it on a card. I think I'll go with the pink because the pink I think goes better with that. I'm going to put these 2 flip-flops here. There. I want to make sure they stick. I might put some glue on them. I don't know how old these stickers are. They could be really old. Where has Todd been? Todd actually now went to bed. He goes to bed early because he has to get up super early for work. I know we haven't put him to work lately. He took Ripley out, and then when he went to bed, he opened my craft room door so Ripley does not freak out that she's alone. Yeah, he gets up like at 4. So he goes to bed around 8. All right. I'm a night owl. I stay up all hours of the night. So here we go. We have that. I think that's kind of cute. And then I was able to use up all of the, all of that paper, most of that paper. I'm going to trim around the edge of this to make sure it is cut square. He works out in the morning and then he goes to work. I like how this card doesn't have much on the outside. It's nice and simple. And then the inside says it all. I like it. And then that leaves with like just that scrap paper and that little bit. And a little bit of this blue paper. Not bad. Sometimes it's hard to use a big piece of paper that has a set design on it like that. I think I'll use some more of that frosted lace on the water. Just to, I was moving my chair. That's the noise you heard. It's on wheels, but for some reason it decided to get stuck. I have a new video that'll be coming out in the next couple of days. I was playing around with some air dry clay and it was a lot of fun. Desta says, I'm not much of a beach person, although my toes have been in both the Atlantic and the Pacific and also Lake Tahoe. Oh, I've not been to Lake Tahoe. I have been to the Pacific, but I don't think I put my feet in the water. I've also been to the South Pacific. And I've been to a beach there, but I also did not put my feet, I don't think I put my feet in the water in the South Pacific. Off of Australia. We went to the beach. I can't remember if I stepped in the water or not. You can tear a piece of, no, I can't do it. Water core blue paper and add it to those scraps of tan. I could. I can't tear things. I don't tear anything. But yeah, we have this blue, but so anyway, we do have these scraps. And that, very simple, but I love the saying. I think that's cute, nice and simple. I should send it to John Oakwood, but no, because it's pink. I don't know if he wears flip-flops. I know a lot of people that love flip-flops. Let me put this over here. I have time for one quick card. I tore once, a Christmas in July card with sand and water. I don't tear much. I wonder if I have doggy stuff, or I also have, well, this might look pretty. Hold on. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I have this too. Oh, wait. I keep changing my mind. I was looking for olive oil pink. That's right. I have this that I could put on there, but I'm not sure that's what I want to put on there. I have this that says Best Friends. I want to fill this up. But I also have these. Oh, that is really cute. And woof. Because I don't want to put another dog. What if I do like... All right, Pedro, have a good stream. I could put those there. These are adorable stickers. Although I kind of like those because they're matchy-matchy. But, This says, hurry back. I need a hug. What else do I have that's dog related? That's handy. I don't think anything. Doggy. Ripley. I shouldn't call Ripley. She will come over here. And she will expect me to pet her. I think we'll just go with that. Let me see if I have a good ribbon or something to put on this. Ooh. What if let me take this off and take Woof off for a minute. See, I'm thinking Ripley would send this to Emma and Liam. I'll have to send it to both of them. That is kind of cute. Then what if I did Woof and like put that on there? I think that would be cute. I like the dots because there's blue dots there. So let's do that. I really need to find a way to organize all of those ribbons. I have a lot of ribbon. And I don't really like folding it too much because it leaves those creases in it. I don't like that. Let's see if this will stick on here. Yes. Put a piece down the middle. Made self-adhesive ribbon. Do I want it like not quite in the center, kind of there? That'll work. Okay. And this was a pre-made card. It is not signed on the inside. So, I could put that there. I have a little iron, but then just to iron a piece of ribbon, I think it's kind of a pain to get the iron out and heat it up. People use like a hair straightener too. Okay, so there, I think that's cute, and it's just, I need a hug. I think I will just leave it like that. I like it. I like it. And they will like it because they were just here and hugging on Ripley a lot. And I know that doesn't look like Ripley, but it's close enough. It's a dog. And by the way, I think they're going to have to get a dog now. Emma's going to insist. She kept saying that she wanted a dog and she wanted Ripley. So, Emma and Liam, if you're watching, close your eyes. You did not see this. I don't think they're watching. It is past their bedtime. You have popcorn paper that I'm dying to make Father's Day cards with. Oh, yes. Do you have like the little popcorn, you know, square containers, the red and white striped popcorn containers? I seem to think I have something popcorn related for crafting, but I'm not sure. I have pizza paper. That just reminded me when I was going through my paper. I have one sheet of pepperoni pizza. And there. So those are my flip-flop cards. This finally made that. And then Ripley made that. And we made this origami card. Of course, I smeared that piece there because it's not a CraftyRia show unless I smear something. And this is the one I made with Emma earlier. There. So there is that. If you want to know how to do the origami, go back to the beginning of the stream. I give you all the measurements and everything. Oh, the stripe boxes of popcorn are all over the paper. Excellent. Excellent. That'll be great. That will be great. All right, let me unbury my Mad Lib book. Let's put this over here. And here we go. We got the Mad Lib book. Let's see what today's Mad Lib is all about. It is to the best pop ever. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. If you guys have any ideas for using pepperoni pizza paper, let me know. Okay, here we go. The good old days. Kids today. Who can figure out their droopy music? Back in the old tube tops, we didn't have ornery MP3s or the iHot air balloons. We had an orange cat, and a floppy hat. And we'd bang them together to make drums. I can't. We didn't have salty guitars, so we'd use commodes instead. We sang about love and dill pickles. We didn't sing angry songs about litter boxes. Our music had volatile melodies, but the kids nowadays just smash a bureau to bits on stage and call it music. They listen to groups like the Gravestones, who wear leather belt buckles and dynamic makeup. We used to listen to one piggy guy with a banjo and Jumpin' Jehoshaphat. We liked it. They bang our orange cats and floppy hats. Boots and cats. Well, it's hats and cats. Right, boots, cowboy boots and hats. Boots and cats, yeah. Grateful Dead, Rolling Stones, Gravestones. Yes. When the Gravestones went in there, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the name of a group. That is so perfect. The Stoned Graves. Something like that. That one came out great. Thank you, Ange, for picking the words. I really appreciate you. Thanks to everyone who contributed to the words. You guys are awesome, and you guys are fun. And let's see, who are we going to raid? I think it's going to have to be Pedro. We will go see Pedro, have him sing for us. He's learning a song for Michelle. And yeah. All right. Michelle always challenges him to a new song. Michelle, what song did you tell him to learn? I missed that. I missed it. Let me see. Where is my stream settings? There we go. Pedro. Whoops. Pedro. Set it there and save it. Okay. Let the Sunshine In. Oh, okay. He is going to do that one. I know we did talk about that. I wasn't for sure. That's a great song. Let the Sunshine In. Thank you, Christine, for being an awesome moderator and an awesome channel member. She gets all of those really cool emotes for being a channel member. And also, the channel members get my regular videos a day early. So, if you want a sneak peek to my regular videos, then the channel member is the way to go. And you should be seeing that come out tonight or tomorrow, Christine, depending on how soon I get the thumbnail done. I've been kind of putting it off because we've had company, but it's ready to go. I just have to put the thumbnail up and then get it on there, and then you can see it. And then the next day, everyone else can see it. All right. And thank you, Ange, for the words. Thank you, Christine. And thank you, everyone, for being here. I appreciate all of you. My schedule this week, Wednesday night, 7 o'clock on YouTube. I'll be playing Animal Crossing. Thursday night on YouTube, I'll be having a secret stream where I sing and I play the guitar. And I have the Jonathan Edwards Sunshine song, just so you know. I don't have Let the Sunshine In. Didn't the Brady Bunch do a Sunshine song? No, on Twitch. Did I say on YouTube, Diero? On Twitch. Both of those are on Twitch. No YouTube, Wednesday and Thursday. Yes, I meant to say Twitch if I said YouTube. Next Monday, 7 o'clock, I'm on YouTube. This week, Wednesday and Thursday, it's on Twitch. I don't do music on YouTube. A lot of copyright issues, but Twitch for sure. And it's free to come hang out over there. And if you have Amazon Prime, you can get a free subscription to one person a month. And you could pick me and not have commercials during my stream, if you so desire. All right, you guys. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate all of you. And until the next video, you know what to do. Go get crafting. Bye-bye. We'll go see Pedro.